Hi, angels. Angels, welcome, welcome, welcome to this very special guest edition of the EarthAngel Collective today on Thursday, the 8th of September, 2022. And so it's my absolute privilege and honor and joy in my highest of hearts to introduce as the first guest speaker ever within the EarthAngel Collective, so it's such a privilege, is to have our beautiful divine priestess soul sister Samantha May here with us tonight, and she's got her angel wings on in the background, which is absolutely stunning and perfect for tonight. So Samantha really is an earth angel. She's a human who embodies such a lot of angelic love. We say that Samantha, an earth angel, is somebody who knows at their heart that they are love and that they came to the planet at this time to be that love and to share that love and to expand. And, you know, I was thinking the other day, one of my highest values is not necessarily love, but that there's no barrier between them and love, so that they really in this lifetime discover love in all aspects of what that means for them, and that they can fully embody it and they can fully give it and they can fully receive it as a full self-expression. So I feel like that's who you are. I sort of came across Samantha and I was like, whoa, who's this like waif, like, can I say that, very elegant fairy type gorgeous woman who has this drum and these sounds and is walking around. And I was following the Holistic Hub in Auckland, and I think I spotted you there doing some work, so I started to follow. And then when I was down at the protest at Wellington, Franco, who I know kind of, and some sweet friends from Auckland were there pitching their tent or helping set up space. And one of the beautiful angels was Samantha. So I don't remember if you remember meeting me in that moment, but I said hi. And also gorgeous Chloe Palmer and another friend and Franco. And then I learned later that Samantha, I wasn't there at the time, but had played your guitar and sung on stage at the Freedom Festival, and that Samantha had also sat at nighttime with her beautiful crystal bowl on the front lines there till the wee hours of the morning, playing harmony and resonance and beautiful tones and bringing her form of medicine and magic, which is absolutely magical, to the frontline officers who were standing out there in the cold that night or many nights. And I was blown away, because that for me is the absolute distinction of an earth angel. Right, I'm just going to admit just a second. And yeah, so look, I mean, Samantha, my love for you, the deal was sealed in those moments, and I will never forget, you know, the courage it takes to be a freedom fighter, to recognise when things aren't right in the world, and to hold a space of just unconditional love, like not to partake of the duality of it all, but just to bring love and loving presence to that space. And there were a lot of light workers there, and there's a lot of people who made a deep and lasting impression on me by you know, hearing the call and traveling. You guys flew down from Auckland, which was amazing, and just brought your light and anchored your healing there. So my sister. And then yeah, really honoring that. You know, and many of us have struggled over the last 6 to 8 months, even longer, with the conditions around the mandates and the pandemic, and just the way that things have been treated and continue to be treated in this country. We're all not immune to, very much at a deep, deep level, having been personally affected by it, and as a collective definitely affected by it. So we still enjoy working through that. You know, it's a big life lesson, and that yeah, I think that's just all that I'll say about that for now. But thank you. Thank you. We're up to big work, aren't we? We're up to big work on the planet. And then the next thing was Samantha took her little Demio, cute little car, loaded to the gunnels on a nationwide tour. And she came back to Wellington. So I've actually had the privilege of now working with Sam in person 4 times. And one was a beautiful priestess portal where we shared medicine, where Alexandra and Lizzie were both there, and Hannah at that time, who's not on the call, but Hannah was there as well. And it was just, yeah. Oh, and Stephanie you went to the one in Tauranga, didn't you, sweetheart? And so, yeah.
No, I was going to say I went to the one on the wellness boat.
The what one?
The well-balanced hub.
Oh, yes, the sound ceremony. Yes, of course you did before you left. 100%. Yeah. Okay, cool. And so, yeah, and Samantha's like, I'm going to let her tell her story a little bit so that we can get to know her, but just so beautiful and incredible the work that you're doing and the way that you've reclaimed your musicality, the way that you've journeyed so deeply with so much integrity. Samantha for me is the epitome of integrity, and I love you so much for that. Everything you do is thought through, and very much a lot goes on behind the scenes. There's just so much intentionality is the word I want to use. Intentionality, integrity, love, actual real talent, like unbelievable talent. And what I also wanted to say was that Samantha is, as well as being like sound alchemist and amazing healer and holder of Priestess Temple Space, an amazing LightLanguage Channel. So she is currently in the 3rd round of an amazing program called the LightLanguage Mastery, which Lizzie and I are both participants in at the moment as well. So we're having this wonderful deep dive journey into the world of light language and using, working with Samantha and the group of women on these wonderful activations going through each of our chakras, and really healing and clearing and doing homework and all the things. It's quite a lovely program, and we're 3 weeks in. And reclaiming really our pure connection to source, and looking at where we're not that, and allowing these beautiful frequencies of more and more light to come through our physical body, through our vocal channel, and through our coding and words and whichever expression the light wants to anchor. So I feel like that's a good intro, isn't it? I don't know if there's anything else I wanted to say, but I think that tonight we're just going to go, Sam's going to give us a little bit of like a bio of her, and particularly I wanted her to speak a little about the plant medicine journey, because that's really interesting. And then she's transitioned from corporate roles and corporate life into full-time soul service. And this is, something that we all know takes so much dedication and courage, and she's been doing that journey now for quite a number of years, and it's really got this beautiful online space set up where she has all her work and everything's just flowing and flying. So I'm so proud of you, Sam. You're a real pivotal point of light in the country and in the world. And then Sam, I asked her, I hope she's okay with this, but just to channel for us just a short activation, something just unique for the Earth Angels. And I feel like maybe it will be around courage and allowing our authentic light to shine, because it's kind of feels what's there for me in this space. Just being ourselves. This Virgo energy is quite reflective of where we're not perfect or we'd like to be. So just allowing the authenticity and the ownership of who we really are to shine bright at this time. Yeah, thanks, darling. So I'll hand over.
Thank you, Alice. Thank you for that incredible introduction. Thank you for inviting me into your sacred space of Earth Angels. What an honor it is to be here tonight with you all. And just acknowledging Alice's work, really holding the grids down in Wellington and beyond with all of her work and how powerful that is. and seeing Lizzie on the call as well, as we are really journeying quite deep together. It is just such a powerful portal that we're in at the moment with Light Language Mastery. And I recognize some faces from Wellington as well. So yeah, this feels really, really beautiful, really warm, and I feel really welcomed. So thank you all for being here tonight. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Samantha May. I'm a sacred sound ceremonialist. I'm a channel, I'm a musician, and I'm actually originally from Wairoa, Hawke's Bay, a really small town in between Napier and Gisborne. And I'm based up in Auckland, but I'm doing lots of traveling, sharing my sacred sound ceremonies, and I'm doing a lot of online work as well, as I'm just feeling this need to grow in all areas to kind of cater to everyone at the moment, as things are just moving so quickly, you know, in the world right now. And I just want you all to know, like, this journey for me, hasn't been very long, you know. I feel like I've only actually been sharing these live events of my own since January last year, so just over 18 months. And I've got this extensive history working in the corporate world, and I did own a small food business as well that I sold right before the first lockdown. But I kind of always had this feeling, right, in my adulthood that I was destined for something more. But there was also this other side of me who didn't want to be anything out of the box. I wanted to be normal, just like everyone else. And I wanted to have this really linear life, you know, like I wanted to go to uni. I wanted to find the partner, get a job, get married, have the kids. And I wanted that, but it never happened that way. And I knew that that wasn't really meant for me, you know, not that there's anything wrong with that. It was just, I knew that there was something more, something different that was waiting for me. So I was a little bit stubborn and kind of, I journeyed through my 20s, kind of battling the corporate world really, and like really determined to kind of pave my way through climbing the corporate ladder, just like my friends, and kind of didn't really understand why no one really felt the same way as me. And then I was always kind of thinking like, why am I so depressed and unhappy? Like I should be really grateful. Like I've got this good job, like I'm earning good money, there's security there, like I can feed myself, I can go on holiday. Like, why am I feeling this way? And I guess that was like the start of my awakening, really. It's like coming just into those deep layers of yourself where you start to realize, wow, like I need to change something. Because that's for me what happened. Like I hit my Saturn return. You ladies may know a bit about Saturn return. It's like every 28 years, Saturn kind of comes around, and it's a bit of a life lessons. Saturn will pull you back onto the tracks if you've kind of moved off them, if you're not quite on track with meeting your soul contracts. So I had some kind of big things happen for me during that time of Saturn return. But it wasn't until only like 3 years ago, I got invited to a plant medicine ceremony. And this was something that I had learned about through my brother, who traveled to the Amazon like 5 years before that. And he did that twice just to experience this sacred plant medicine. And so I'd heard about it. And at the time I was like, what is my brother up to? Like, he's going to the Amazon jungle to hang out with some shamans and drink some trippy tea and like trip his balls off in the jungle. Like, what the hell, you know? Like, this is what I was thinking. And at the time I was in India doing a yoga teacher training, and I was doing Vipassana, and I was like, you know, I don't need to consume anything to become enlightened, you know, kind of on that path. And then my brother went over the following year and did the same thing, and just witnessing his growth and his change. And I kind of opened myself up to the potential. You know, maybe if it's meant to be, then I will save up enough money to go over to the Amazon and experience this medicine. And ever since I said yes, that, you know, that's a potential, then I had this medicine basically whispering in my ear. And then I started attracting all of these people once I had left a really toxic relationship, a guy who wasn't who wasn't open to my curiosity with spirituality. Once I kind of got free from him, I went and did all of the spiritual things that I wanted to do, you know, because I was all fresh and new, and I wanted to try everything, right? So I did the Reiki, I did the, you know, the retreats and all sorts. And then I discovered the festival, which then led me on to someone inviting me to a plant medicine ceremony in New Zealand. And yeah, I said yes. And basically that is what cleared my channel. That is what activated my gifts. And I cannot say that I would be here today doing this work if it wasn't for my deep work with ayahuasca, with plant medicine. And yes, it is happening in New Zealand, very much under the radar. This kind of is kept quite quiet. For obvious reasons. And I worked with it quite consistently for about 2 years. And I was called into service not long after my journey with ayahuasca began. And that's when all the musical gifts came through, as I was very musical as a child and as a teenager. And so I had some quite intense experiences with plant medicine in these ceremonies, particularly with the ones that were all women. I had these all women retreats where we had these plant medicine ceremonies. And during those retreats, it was like my body was safe enough to really go through this clearing, which is what I take some of the women through in Light Language Mastery. And it was like really allowing the channel to fully clear. And the big ones where we are blocked and we are holding on to a lot of ancestral trauma is in the womb space and in the throat. And these places are very intricately connected. And so I've spent quite a lot of time within my plant medicine ceremonies, basically shaking and sounding from these spaces, looking like I'm giving birth. But it's really like letting go of all of this deep, deep, deep rooted trauma, collective from the feminine, but also within my bloodline, that was stopping me from connecting to source, experiencing my own multidimensionality, and being able to channel these deep, deep parts of me, which are basically my authentic sound, my authentic truth, and these codes which are so needed to be anchored on Earth right now to help us with this ascension. So first of all, it opened up through my body, through my hands. And then it wasn't until later on where I actually did an online Zoom thing that was activate your light language. and that's actually how my vocal light language was activated there. But the massive amount of clearing that I did through my channel happened through plant medicine. And I can say, yeah, my nervous system is still recovering from all of that work. I've had to take a massive break because I was in service a lot, facilitating dozens and dozens of ceremonies all around New Zealand, and doing a lot of work for the collective and for others. And I ended up losing a bit of weight. As many of you may know, ayahuasca is a purgative. And so I kind of needed to spend like the last 18 months just focused on myself, my own mission, my own mahi, as before then it was very much assisting in other people's creations. And so, yeah, the last 18 months has just been about me and what I've wanted to share from my heart, from the experiences that I've had. Yeah. Does anyone have any questions so far? Feel free to fire away. If there's any in the comments, I might just have a look.
Not yet, but just honouring that journey, Samantha, and how wonderful it is to have gone. I think the bit that sang out for me was the reclamation of you, like as a leader, and you know, having been in service and spent all that time, and you would have learned so much and seen so much and really grounded your own skills and facilitation and leadership and knowing yourself and your spirituality so much through that time. And then focusing on you and your health, and, you know, being able to be such a beautiful teacher now. Did anyone have questions? I know Steph said she can relate to the, I think the other thing was feeling displaced in early life, you know, around that Saturn return age, the sort of the 28 to maybe early 30s. It's quite an interesting time for Earth Angels and for, you know, empathic, sensitive, light worker types. We can feel really, really like on the wrong track, like completely, with corporate life and trying to, you know, use our training, our university or whatever, and work. It was certainly my experience of feeling deeply sad through my 30s and out of sorts.
Absolutely.
Never quite knowing, never quite being able to put my finger on what was wrong, but knowing in my heart that it wasn't, you know, that there wasn't this alignment.
Totally.
Until we start to listen to our soul, however that comes through to us, all different ways, and then start honoring, you know, more and more as we can the callings of our soul.
Absolutely. Yeah. I remember praying like, you know, every day for like 10 years. What is my purpose? And, you know, when it all kind of came clear, still since then, I still struggle, you know, we still go through those waves of like, you know, doubt, like, am I even on the right track? You know, am I doing the best for myself and for the collective? Like, could I be doing more? Could I be doing better? You know, and that's always such a sign of an Earth Angel as well. You know, we always want to be doing more and being more, and it's like, actually just be here now. You know, that is the best thing that you could do for yourself and for the collective, is to just be present in this moment. Your presence is all that's needed right now.
Thank you. The ladies, Alexandra and Stephanie, have a question about ayahuasca, something they're called to try, but want to make sure it's with someone reputable. I'm similar. I've never really known if I want to try ayahuasca. My husband went to, as you guys know, Rhythmia in Costa Rica, which is the deluxe experience of ayahuasca, where you go and they have the white sheets with the white buckets and it's a very, very, there's a doctor on site, and you get the colonics and the nice vegan food. You also get a trip to Costa Rica. So one day maybe I'll go there and do the deluxe experience. Or maybe Sedona is the other place I feel really called to go. So, but maybe you can speak into that a little bit, Sam.
I've worked with numerous different servers in New Zealand, and I was quite naive when I first went into it. Really, I was very trusting, and I don't regret any of it. However, I am more discerning now, and there's not many people that I would say are quite. I think do your research, you know, and I am definitely not in the place to recommend anyone, as well as it's quite a responsibility to refer people, because then that person who is the server wants me to be able to, you know, vet whoever wants to go, and that is such a huge responsibility as well. So basically, this medicine must find you. And yeah, please keep this kind of quiet. I don't really share this with many people, you know, I don't talk about it at my events. This is just for select people. And but yeah, I've worked with probably over 5 or 6 servers, and as mentioned, like I will like to work with this medicine again, but I'm more discerning of who, you know, because not everyone is as qualified as, you know, the people in the jungle are. You know, it's a lot less. And I was kind of called in because basically I don't know, there's part of me that was like, I was being called into, because I could sing well and I could sing the chants, but I guess they saw this other part of me as well that had done this before as well. However, in the Amazon communities, it would take way more training and way more, training for people to come in and do what I did. And I was just thrown into it. And I did over 50 ceremonies with the medicine in service. And that is big work. I can't believe that I did that. So yeah, someone's just said, do you know your human design? Yes, I am a projector. So that means I need a lot of alone time. I need a lot of rest. And I really struggle with that, with being a Leo and my Mars in Aries and my Aries rising. So there's a lot of fire in me, yet I'm a projector. So it's like I'm this walking contradiction, because I'm like, there's part of me that wants to go get it. But then it's like, actually, I need to be very careful of not burning the candle at both ends, right? Because I just want to do it all. So I still struggle with that, and it's just me, I don't have anyone else supporting me. I'm single. I don't have anyone, no one has my back. So it's just me. A Virgo one, beautiful. Self-care is big. The invitation, exactly. Yeah, waiting for the invitation. And that's been a massive lesson for me as well, on this path. Yeah, I love it.
Thank you. Yeah, we all love human design. We're learning lots about human design here. It's very cool. Yeah, so I wanted to just speak into, I'm going to go to Rachel's comment in a second. Samantha said, I know it happens in New Zealand. This is ayahuasca ceremonies, but haven't come across someone yet where my heart says yes. So true. And one of our big lessons currently, and it's been happening for a wee while now, but will continue, is discernment. Our biggest spiritual lesson is discernment, because as things become more popular or common or accepted, or people are like looking to share their medicine with others, whether it be breath work or Reiki attunements, or coaching is another good one, or in like business coaching, anything that we or plant medicines that we are becoming aware of. And we've also got to remember that while we're practicing our muscle of discernment, we also need to speak well of people, but also use our discernment to encourage others to make good choices. So I think there's a responsibility there. I love that you said that, Sam, and the way that you did. Now, I love Rachel's comment. I can relate to being involved in supporting others. Yes, you can, my dear. Our number one nurturer there. And making that and she's now making transition into leadership now and teaching angelic Reiki on her own for the first time tomorrow. So big, as the children would say, paki paki for you, my darling. And just know that we are immensely proud of you, and we will be there. I think Rachel's got 3 participants, 2 or 3, but it's an amazing. Oh, there she is. Oh, you've got 4 now. 4. Do you have enough crystals? Did you buy 4 crystals? You gorgeous thing. Well, I love you, Rachel, and you know that we just, the attunements and the clearing and the teaching of angelic Reiki is such a precious, precious gift and process, and we just, you're going to be the most amazing teacher for those beautiful students. So, yay! We'll be thinking of you and sending lots of love and support. All right. Are you also a projector, Alexandra? I didn't know that. We're going to, just having a think about a really nice lady I know who I'm going to invite on to talk about human design in November. I'm thinking is our guest topic in November. So
amazing.
Great. So does anyone have any more questions for Sam? Do you want to talk about a little bit of your offerings now or after the
yeah, now's probably a good time, just because it might be a little bit like Oh, how did you transition into soul business? Good question. I'll answer that. How did I got made redundant twice in 2 years. I was working at Spark head office. I did numerous different roles there. I worked as a coordinator, a PA, I worked in the device team, I worked in procurement, got made redundant from there. And then I got my last job that I had before moving into this work was, what was it? Oh yeah, startup financial advisory company. And I was like a PA/marketing coordinator. And I got made redundant from that one as well. And then at the same time as being made redundant, I was selling my small food business, and I kind of ended up finishing both. They both kind of finished at the beginning of the first lockdown. So lockdown kind of happened, like the world changed, and all of a sudden I had nothing, like the slate was clean. And I knew it as well, like the medicine was kind of like guiding me into that space where like, look out, your life's going to change. You're not going to recognize yourself by the end of the year. So I had no job. I had no business. I was on the dole. And then, yeah, all of these opportunities kind of came flooding in. Okay, I got to spend that first lockdown, which was a nice chunky length of time, like to myself, you know, projector me just loved it, you know, didn't have to do anything. And yeah, I was just living on the dole, and I was, you know, practicing my music. And then once things started to open up slowly but surely, I started kind of collaborating with a lot of people, doing a lot of medicine work, assisting in a lot of breathwork ceremonies. And then, yeah, I did about 18 months of collaboration and medicine work with people until January of 2021 is when I was just like, I can't do it anymore. There's so much that I want to offer from my own heart rather than kind of be supporting everyone else, you know? And it wasn't easy. It hasn't been easy, honestly. Like, yeah, it's been a challenge, but you've got to have the tenacity, and that's what I have. I have tenacity, and I have an experience working in business, and starting my own business as well with the food company that I had. And I learned a lot from assisting in other people's ceremonies and doing a lot of free work. And I mean, I assisted in over 100 breathwork ceremonies before even holding my own ceremony, you know, like, so there's been a lot of live work that I've done, but there's so much in the background that people don't see, you know, like all of the website building and the event creations and like, yeah, getting all of that started and off the ground. For anyone who wants advice on that, I would say just do it, just get started, and you're going to learn as you go. That's what I've done. Just don't underestimate, yeah, how much work it can be, but still love it, you know. It's still come back to the love of it. Sometimes we can get lost in all of the detail, and it's like, actually, just come back to your why, come back to the love of it. As you know, there's always 3D things you could do. What would be your top piece of advice for other soul business owners?
You kind of were answering it when I was
typing. Yeah. Yeah.
I just wanted to add something, Samantha, because it's where I'm at personally. You know, there's these times when you invest really financially, like take a real leap of faith potentially to really invest financially in something quite big. And I know you did, can I mention that you did the Bow Academy with Shannon, which I think is quite a big piece of work. It's a 9-month, isn't it, journey? And was that in 21 or is that prior to that?
No, that was in 21. That started in September last year.
Okay,
yeah.
Right. So
September,
that was a really big, that was a big commitment to, you know, like when I've heard Shannon describe it, and what I feel guilty of sometimes is like a little bit of the wrong word for it, but I can't think of a better one. Rats and mice. Like you just kind of you're doing little bits, trying to gather a little bit of income or a little bit of momentum or a little bit of something. Whereas Shannon's course, and I'm not doing the course, but I love this, that you cast yourself out to the big vision and then kind of build it and almost build backwards. That's my understanding of how it works. So that when you have finished something, whether it's with Shannon or another business coach or teacher, you're kind of out there and you've created this like body of work, and then you can allow that to pull you forward. And like I know Lizzie's in that course at the moment, but also just like the investment in photography and website design and in your instruments, which is quite a big, startup cost for you. So I'm just really, really honoring like how deep I can imagine you would have had to trust to bring forward and invest in your business, like to invest in your business, create this thing, which, is so beautiful and potent and will fly now. Absolutely. I've no doubt that it's going to be a global phenomenon, if that's where you want to take it. Yes. So
beautiful.
Yes, Lizzie's doing the 9-month or year-long program. She just had a 3-day course today with Shannon. Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Lots of us have worked with Shannon, on and off. So that's amazing. A year long. Yeah.
Yes, big work. Oh,
yeah. And no doubt, retreats and things. I know that you invest quite heavily in your own healing as well, and getting more and more clarity,
Yeah. Self-care is a big one, and that sometimes that does look like, receiving from other healers, which is really beautiful. But yeah, I think the big thing for me was before I did the Bow Academy, before working with Shannon, I was only doing live events. I didn't think that my business I could do anything online because my business was sound, I didn't think anyone wanted to hear what I had to say or let alone listen to some instruments through Zoom. I didn't think I could make it happen. And so she kind of basically saw this vision and got me excited about it enough to make me, so getting a business coach can be great. And it's great. It's a lot of money, but it can be really great. It can be really vital to push you forward and to help you see the bigger picture. However, the business coach is not going to implement all those steps for you. You have to put in the work. And that has been the biggest learning as well. It is a lot of work and it is a lot of money, but it is worth it. Absolutely. I don't regret any of that. That was really the making of all of my work, which has exploded since I got a business coach, basically. So helping me to like really see me and my work for what it is, because we can often feel quite, we don't see the blind spots, basically. Someone else is able to see more. And that was always the case. Shannon has incredible abilities to really see into the field, to see what's there. And yeah. Thank you, Shannon Rose.
And I did also just want to caveat my comment too by saying sometimes, and I'm also aware of this, is sometimes backing yourself is the biggest thing that you can do. So deferring, like, my XYZ thing's not working because I've not got the coach or the money for a coach. Well, I've sort of been looking at and playing with, and I know that this will come up it comes up at different stages for all of us, and Samantha's probably really aware of this too. Sometimes you just don't need another coach. What you need is just do the work and trust yourself and move your genius out into the world and get on with what you know. So again, discernment is key. But I love the lessons. I love working with coaches because you always, you right now, I know me too, Rachel. I always love having those big lessons, and always having, somebody, whoever it is, can really hold space for you is so important, especially when you're holding epic space for others. So
absolutely.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we have the angels. When you said no one's got your back before, I was like, but the angels have your back.
Oh,
always. The divine celestial angels.
So true.
and your soul sisters.
Yeah.
All right, so Samantha, before we drop into the activation or the meditation, I know everyone here has done more work individually than the rest. I know collectively, yes, indeed. So much so, Steffi. You know, Samantha's kind of key medicines is cacao. Like, I was thinking Samantha has a really, really beautiful, deep, amazing. I'm so blown away by your knowledge, and, you know, she has said many times that willingness to learn even more about the medicine of cacao, and works with Seleno Health, which is a great company and has a really beautiful products which are, you know, full of integrity and wisdom, and Corin really is an amazing guide for that company and knows his things. So Samantha's aligned with that. And then you have obviously your in-person and live events traveling around. The Light Language Mastery program, which is absolutely divine, and enrollments for 4.0 are open now. But I see the other day you've got your first participant in the new program. So that's super, super exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you. My headphones just cut out.
Oh, that's okay.
Yes.
That's right.
So that's actually 4.0 is going to be the last time that I run that live.
Right.
Afterwards, it'll be like an evergreen program that I
Yep.
will be able to come in every month or two, where there'll be a section of it for a space for a Q&A for anyone who's working on it, whatever time they come in, you know, that it can be self-paced. So yeah, if you're wanting to get in and really get that in-person connection through each week, then the next round 4.0 is that last opportunity before it goes into a self-paced course. And
yeah, that's what I wanted. I just was like, give me all the Samantha love. So I'm really enjoying that. You know, just sometimes you don't even mind what you're doing as long as you're with the energy of the person, right? So that was really important to me, and it's also extremely good value, I think, to be fair, for what we're paying for all of Sam's time that she's putting into that course currently. So when does 4.0 start, darling?
4.0 starts the week straight after we finish up with ours. It's going to be October the 25th, and it will go right up until the week of Christmas, basically, to the 20th of December. And so whoever joins in 4.0 between now and the end of this month, they will get live access for Journey Through the Three Worlds, which I'm holding again. So everyone in Light Language Mastery gets access to the replays. Yeah. But whoever joins into 4.0 between now and the end of September will get live access to Journey Through the Three Worlds, which I'm about to send out an email tonight to let everyone know that it's happening again.
It's just the most beautiful course to receive. So I knew I was where I was in my cyclical journey, was ready to receive again, like the healing and the activations. And I didn't want more information necessarily, but I wanted to come into alignment through my body and through my channel, and be able to, you know, expand on the potency of my medicine. So that was my why for being there. But you know, you might have other reasons, or but yeah, so that's a beautiful opportunity. And then also Priestess Portal. So Samantha also has a membership group, which is Priestess Portal. It's growing, isn't it? And do you meet twice a month? Do you live?
Yeah, twice a month live, and it's not necessary to come on live. However, I do leave some space at the end for anyone who is live to ask questions, or for me to pull cards. But basically, it's two transmissions every month. And I just found that there's so many women who I connect with and meet all over the country who they want to be able to connect more, and they wanted a space to connect together, but also to receive from me on a regular basis. So this was kind of a long time coming, actually, and I really feel like this is going to grow quite a lot. So I'm excited to see where it goes. But yes,
I'm excited for that too. I think the online community model is really beautiful, and you know, for people to receive that potent medicine from you at a super affordable monthly cost is pretty special. So that's good. Have I missed anything at the minute?
I think that's all.
I haven't got any retreats tucked up this week.
Yeah,
she's got lots in the works, lots in the planning.
Yeah, I've got a retreat in the works, so keep an eye out on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the main one is LightLanguage Mastery 4.0, and the early bird price is kind of there, and that will, not many people know about that either. So you ladies are like, yeah, I did kind of mention a little bit on my story, I think, but I haven't really announced it properly.
No.
So yeah, you're the first to know, and the early bird price is there, and then also that free live access to the other programs. So yeah, if that interests you, then keep that in mind for the month of September. Yeah.
All right, Angel, thank you.
Okay.
Yay. And then I'm sure, 2023, there's going to be lots and lots and lots more magic coming through.
Absolutely. Who knows what's coming?
Who knows? We might have to have a special EarthAngel collaboration event, something going down, I reckon.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just going to hook up my gear, which might take me a minute or two.
Okay, no worries. Yep.
So if anyone wants to pop off to the loo quickly.
Oh, that's okay.
All good.
I think it's probably a good idea to tell you that I want to have a women's only practitioners festival sometime. Really big. We've talked about it a few times, haven't we? So it'll be like, yeah, kind of the scale of Spirit Fest, but women only. There's one in Melbourne called the Seven Sisters Festival, and I just think it looks so divine.
All right.
That sounds very nice.
That's good. That is good. So you can all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to put my original sound on, which means that if anyone speaks while my original sound on, it'll sound like there's a double echo of their sound. So just before we drop in, I'll just do a quick little sound check. Can you hear that music in the background? Yep. Is it a good volume? Yep. Okay. Beautiful, everybody. All right. So, just finding your space, finding your seat. I always like to encourage everyone to receive my transmissions sitting up with a straight spine, open channel. And just closing down the eyes, if you haven't already. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, letting out any sound. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. One last time, deep breath through the nose, out through the mouth. And just connecting into the intention of being open to receive these codes as we connect in with the grids of this beautiful collective here. Coming into your heart space now and allowing yourself to just drop whatever's happening in the mind, to be here now, Starting to feel the heart space warm and expand. And the message that I feel like we are needing to receive at this moment in time is to remember that everything comes from within. Everything that we're seeking constantly, externally. Come back. Come back to yourself. Come back to your internal resources, your heart. Come back to the beauty that you hold within this beautiful multidimensionality. Your essence, your truth, the codes waiting, just waiting to be opened, explored, and felt, and shared. Starting to feel this opening within the heart space. Feel free to move, rotate your hips, shake out any energy. As you receive this transmission, opening up the heart space of the feminine and remembering your divinity. Diving deep into your heart and claiming what's there, honoring what is there, this truly unique coding that we need on the earth right now, your magic. And just making some space for this beauty, for your beauty to emerge, bathe in the warmth of your unique coding. into new potentials now, as we invite these new layers of creativity, of excitement for the future to come forth and present themselves within these new templates, just floating above your eye line, wanting to come down. Just shifting out any old energy from your field as we make space for these new golden templates. Yashia kanara aya sanre keke, ya sanre keke, yotona, rane hikaya shunru oya. Giving thanks to these old templates that no longer serve as they once did, and just allowing them to leave your field. Shunru hata, yaka shunru hutana, yaka shunru husana. Getting ready to receive these new golden templates for this new season of your life. And as they start to float down, inviting their beautiful presence forth, as this new template, this new blueprint floats down into your space. And it anchors into your being fully. Hondarahake Yashandarahe Sane Nukurunu Niana. And just allowing your body to move as it gets used to this new template, this new blueprint of being. Nakunaraha Nakuranehe Yasateana. And just feel into this new frequency within you. Resting in your heart now as you trust in the unfolding of this new frequency within your field. Trust in the unfolding and resting in the peace of your heart as you know that this new frequency is going to not just assist you in your journey, but many others. Thank you for receiving. Medriana akunarate, medriana akurana he kanara he kanara he kanna he.
breathing in deep and out. Anchoring this new layer, this new frequency, this new energy that is available for you to work with as we begin this new season, and especially to help us navigate the upcoming Mercury retrograde, which we are about to move into. So thank you all for receiving tonight. Would love to know how you are feeling. Make sure you drink lots of water.
Thank you, Angel. Oh, you're going to change your the sound back. I feel quite brand new. Those golden templates.
Beautiful. Yes, they very much wanted to come through.
Lots of little popples and cracks around my neck. It was really nice. And yeah, it really felt like we were just receiving directly from the divine celestial angels. So I felt that the crown is tingling towards the end. It still is. Yeah, I think that was the same with me, Alexandra. I had this kind of whole neck and head, and especially right towards the end, just this floating away on a cloud of divine angelic light. It was stunning.
Oh, I love that. Thank you, Alexandra. Thank you, Lizzie.
Again, I was home in the stars. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you, Lizzie. Oh, Stephanie.
Thank you so much. It was incredible. We had a sound of activation come through. Yes, Steffi, that's beautiful. It's releasing from my throat, gentle wailing. Stephanie had her light language activated in angelic Reiki when we were traveling through the dimensions of light and geometry and sacred sound, didn't you, love?
Wow.
So beautiful. Yeah. And Rachel says, so relaxed and ready to sleep, deep in trust. Amen.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it did scare you when it first happened. I remember that. Yeah. It can be a little trying to the human, can't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a divine gift. All right, well, ladies, that was absolutely stunning. Alexandra says, thank you so much, Samantha. You are a gift to us. Your voice is literally that of an angel. And Samantha says, thank you, Samantha. My body is tingling from head to toe. Lizzie's wrapped in her golden blanket, ready for sleep. And Stephanie said she was just a wee spirit baby. You were. We still all are, aren't we, little spirit babies? But I love that message. Thank you, angels. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you for the message to reclaim our power and come home to ourselves and know that our inner light is there always within us. It was a very beautiful activation and healing, very healing. I just want to extend on behalf of the whole EarthAngel Collective such a great, big, beautiful, blessed thank you to you, dearest Samantha. You know, namaste, 100%. The soul in me recognizes and sees and loves the soul in you. So, Thank you. When I was live with Sam and Samantha the other day in Wellington doing her work, I was moved to tears with the courage that it takes to bring these frequencies of new Earth to planet Earth and the current experience, the human experience, the density, the world of non-agreement, the uniqueness and the pioneering light with which we're doing this work, and the deep reclamation that it is, and knowing that it's far, 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 far deeper than what appears on the surface, and that's already pretty deep. But Samantha often talks about that, and I really acknowledge you as a as a pillar of light within the collective of Aotearoa, and all of the women here within this Earth Angel Collective who have such strong missions on their hearts, and that we've found each other in this lifetime is the biggest blessing, and knowing that we're always here for each other, and that our work is real and it's pure and much needed, and that we don't have to do it alone. This is our biggest thing, is we are a collective, and our ego and individual self might want to feel separated, but you just close your eyes and remember your sisters all around the world.
Thank you, Alice. Thank you for your words, your beautiful space holding your how you connect people and the divine channel that you are.
It's truly an honor. It's a mission worthy of my life. And I love what Alexandra said there. There is no separation here, only unity. And the light will always shine.
Beautiful.
Perfect note to finish on, I think. So I want to let you guys all get some sleep. Call in the angels, call in the protection, just ask and request for a beautiful integrative sleep. Now with those healing codes, as Samantha said, allow emotions to flow, allow the water to carry the frequency through you. I'm just suddenly feeling super emotional. We've got this lovely big Pisces full moon coming in, so allow the flow. Let's not resist. Let's just be with what comes, and the kind of undistinguished nature of it all, just to drop into the mystery and the beauty of the unfoldment. And
Yes, that Pisces full moon. I've been wondering why I've been crying nearly every day, and I'm like, oh, that's why. And I am like PMSing at the same time.
all the moon. And Steffi's just dropped off, but she messaged me today, and she said I'd never made the connection before between lunatic and lunar. And I'm like, yeah, there we go. Oh, hey Steffi, she's just popped back on. We were just saying, Steph, I don't know if you can hear yet, but just that you text me today about the connection with the lunar, and Samantha said she's been crying a lot as well. And I think that there's a lot going on with the energy at the minute, so we can just remember to be super gentle.
Yes.
Reach out for support, and lots of self-healing, lots of asking for clarity, lots of writing if that's what serves you, and leaning in, always leaning in. All right, well, thank you, beautiful angels who are watching the recording. I hope that you're able to receive this wholly in the transmission that we have here tonight. We know that this work is time released. It works through all time and space. So if you're even finding this much further down the track, having joined the Earth Angel Collective and looking back through the archives, this is a lovely reminder and moment in time of this now moment. But we know that your medicine travels through all time and space, Sam, and the light that's been created and connected and anchored here is very, very precious and very potent. So we thank you for that. Thank you for that, angels. We love you all. For the Earth Angel Collective, our next call is Wednesday next week at 8. And then the following Monday at noon. So the 14th and the 19th this month. But I'll be reminding everybody of that. And anything else, go follow Samantha if you're not already. I'm sure you are, but she's by Samantha May at Instagram and is on Facebook as well, Samantha May. So we love this sprinkling of glitter and support for each other within these communities and networks and things. So I don't think there's much more else to say. Do you girls want to just come off mute for a minute and share your love? Say thank you, Samantha.
Thank you, Samantha. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, and try and catch her live at the events if you can, wherever you are. Angel Mama just doesn't want the party to end, but I guess at some point we need to. Maybe we'll have you back again another time. Oh, thanks for the rainbow, Lizzie. Oh, all right, Sam.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
And for sharing your story and your advice and your beautiful voice. And yeah, it's been such a treat. I wish every day was like this.
We do.
And thank you so much, Alice, for facilitating and holding space, a safe space for us too.
You're so welcome, Angel. You're so welcome. I love you all. All right, I'm going to end now. We'll see you again soon. All right. Bye, everybody. Bye.